You're able to be more open and honest with yourself about what you actually want to get out of life. And once you dream big, once you actually understand what you truly want, it makes a huge difference. And once you take those restrictions off of yourself, it's freeing. You have the ability to do whatever you want to do. There is nothing that is stopping you from being able to do it. Stop being so afraid to dream big. The thing is, a lot of us want joy, a lot of us want happiness, a lot of us want to feel fulfilled. But how do you even get there? A part of it is dreaming big, and it's something that a lot of people do not talk about. It's one of those secrets that seem extremely obvious, but at the same time, extremely hard to completely understand. When you dream big, you dream about the things that you actually want to see occur in your life. You dream about the things that you actually want without putting any limitations on it. And that is a part of the joy, is feeling like nothing is impossible. And the truth is, nothing is impossible, but it is really difficult sometimes to wrap your mind around that. It can be really difficult to fully accept that, especially with a lot of influences telling you that there are limitations to your abilities and there's not. But when you put it in the perspective of just dreaming big, it almost sets you free to be able to do that. And when you have that clear idea, you're able to be more open and honest with yourself about what you actually want to get out of life. Because nothing is impossible to obtain if somebody already has it. And if somebody doesn't have it, you will be the first. And once you dream big, once you actually understand what you truly want, it makes a huge difference, because then you can start pursuing that life. Because joy just doesn't come from already living that life, but joy also comes from the pursuit of that life, knowing every single day that you are waking up and you are doing something in order to achieve this overarching goal of your true desires in life. But having these big dreams as well unlocks the part of you that you've hidden, because it's very often where we feel kind of like locked in and closed in, like we cannot talk about just anything and everything. We can't just think about anything and everything. We can't just dream about anything and everything. We can't go as far as to dare to believe that it's possible. And once you take those restrictions off of yourself, it's freeing. It's freeing, and it makes life feel like, whoa, I have control over my life. I can make stuff happen. I don't have to rely on somebody else. I don't have to look at this and say my circumstances are just why it can't happen. And it feels good to know that you have the ability to do whatever you want to do. There is nothing that is stopping you from being able to do it. There may be roadblockers, things may not go as planned, but that doesn't mean that all of a sudden the party's off. Like, this trip is still on. You are still on it. You just have to take a detour. And once you start looking at life like that, it goes from being the mundane of I'm just doing stuff to scrape by to now you are doing stuff that you actually truly want to do. You are seeking after a life that you truly want to have. It's not about seeking after a life that is good enough, a life that is acceptable enough, that you actually truly deep down inside don't want, because that's what's miserable about life, is if you accept the fact that your life has to be mediocre, how do you think that you're going to feel? Versus if you accept the fact that life can be amazing, it can be wonderful, amazing things can happen, you just have to allow it to. That makes you feel completely different. So take time, think about the life that you want, and just don't put the limitations on when you do this, okay? Don't think about what's realistic or what seems obtainable when you're thinking about this stuff. Don't do that. Don't go through that. Just think about what you want, and purely what you want and what you want alone. And what I want you to do next is, after you think about that, after you figure that out, create a goal around it. Make a decision that, you know what, even if I have doubt, even if I'm struggling, that does not mean that my life has to reflect that doubt. That doesn't mean my life has to reflect that struggle. I can do great things. Great things can happen. I'm an amazing being made by God. And if God made me, what does that make me? I'm a child of the person who can create anything. So even a fraction of what he can do, and he has given that to you. He's given you the free will. He's given you the ability. And even just a fraction of that is enough for you to change your entire life, change the entire course of your life. So take it. Don't take it for granted. Use it. Use it today. Once you have your list of your dreams, once you have a list of your big dreams, create goals centered around them. And once you create goals centered around them, create a time frame in which you want to achieve them. And next, create a plan in order to get there. Be as free thinking as you can during this time, because a lot of the limitations that we have come from our mind, and a lot of people will sit here and hear that and they will move on. They won't listen to it. They'll be like, whatever, and then they'll just keep going with their life. But here's the thing: if not dreaming big has helped you and it has brought you to where you want to be right now, then you don't need this video. You don't need the talk about mindset. You don't need the talk about how you view yourself, how you view your story. What are you telling yourself? You don't need that talk if it's helped you. But if you are where you are right now and you have been doing what you're doing all the way up to this point and it hasn't brought you to where you want to be, then obviously something needs to change. Something needs to be fixed. Something needs to be adjusted. And if this doesn't work for you, then move on. But don't sit here and say that it's not going to work for you and life isn't going to work out for you when you haven't even tried the thing that many people have said works, that's proven to work. Do not shortcut yourself. Don't make excuses. Don't stop yourself from being able to grow. Don't stop your whole future over excuses, because you don't want to get to the end of your life and realize that all you did was make excuses, and that's why you have nothing to show for it. Work for what you want. Think about what you want. Make it clear. Make a plan and make it happen. Cut out the excuses, cut out the negative thoughts. And I'm not saying that this is going to happen overnight, but what you want to do is you want to be working towards it instead of just sitting in a life that you don't like, that you're not happy with, and just assuming that this has to be it, because this is not it. You are made for greatness. You are made to do remarkable things. So act like it. Thank you for watching today's video. I really do hope that you enjoyed, and I hope that it helped you in some way. If you did enjoy, please consider subscribing so that this channel can continue to grow and so that you can see more videos like this. Please make sure to take care of yourself physically, financially, mentally, and spiritually. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.